Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Babylon 5. This is season 5. This is episode number 8. This episode is called Day of the Dead. That's quite an interesting title, really, isn't it? We've not really had many titles along the lines of this, so it's going to be interesting. Although I am quite sure somewhere in the world, possibly Mexico, there's a festival called Day of the Dead or something similar like that, where I think people talk to the spirits of people in their families that have passed away. So I kind of immediately thought of something like that. So I am looking forward to seeing if this is along those lines, or this actually could be anything really, because with everything we saw last episode where Byron wasn't very happy with how things were turning out with the telepath colony that's here, when he saw and found out everything through Lita regarding the Vorlons and how telepaths came to be, he wasn't a happy guy by the end of that episode. So it could be something on the lines of maybe we start to see the beginnings of this very much hinted at telepath war that we've been hearing about a lot since toward the end of season 4. And all Byron was saying they wanted was their own planet, their own place where they could just kind of be. But obviously the whole revelation of how telepaths came to be in the first place has left a bit of a sour note with the guy. And I adored seeing what Lita saw when she was taken to the Vorlon homeworld, and she woke and looked out of what looked like a tube, a test tube, huge test tube, back to tank, and saw all of the other people, races in similar situations to her, and what looked like children, babies, fetuses. So it was not something I expected at all. Byron now wants to have a chat with John. Don't think that's going to go the way he wants it to, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So let's go.
Anything to declare?
I have nothing to declare, my dear man, except my genius.
And I have nothing to declare except Rebo's genius either.
I'm mightily confused.
Sir, what do you know about Brachyri religious customs?
That was strange. I love the Brachyri.
Not a thing.
All I know is that they hate comets. Even mentioning a comet to Brachyri is some kind of like awful taboo. Death. Symbol of death.
What do you ask?
Well, they want me to sell them a piece of Babylon 5 just for tonight for religious reasons.
Oh.
Centauri Emperor to be. In universe today. Him? I am London Molari.
I love that everybody still reads Universe today.
Molari, who would you meet of those who have gone before us? Of the dead.
It is like that festival.
I would meet, the first emperor. They are a gift. Oh no, I insist.
Oh, he gets one of the badges as well.
May the comet bring you.
Oh, they are comets. Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, look at his little face. Oh, I love that face.
Wonderful surprise. How long will we be staying?
Not long.
Oh.
It is the Brachyri Day of the Dead. I could not miss it.
I will confess, I have never heard of this festival.
It occurs one night, roughly every 200 years.
I've missed him.
The Brachyri contemplate and honor those who've gone beyond. But there have been some very strange stories told of this night.
I want him to stay.
I had a few days leave coming, and Babylon 5 is easier to visit than Brachyr, so... Your partner, he's well?
My husband. Yes, he's very well. Right now, he's hosting a cocktail party for Rebo and Zuti. Yeah, later tonight, we're having dinner with them.
Is that bad?
Rebo and Zuti are here? Zoot?
Oh, the guy in the thing
This
did
is
that.
truly a day of wonders.
For you,
What? They're so
The
the little
skull
model of the
is funny.
station.
the comet is a gift from all the Brachyri on Babylon 5.
I don't like that everybody's
It is
getting
of great
comets.
religious significance. You must not refuse it.
It's very beautiful. Thank you. I must, of course, report the gift. I've taken your request under advisement in my capacity as captain of Babylon 5.
And everything is okay. We can purchase Babylon 5 for the Brachyri. It must be ours by sunset.
By sunset.
Well, it's certainly an unusual request.
But we must buy it.
Yeah, but they'll have to go through like
If we
so
rent
many
it,
different
it is not Brachyri.
people.
It's yours, not ours.
Like the Minbari
We'll give
as
it
well.
back. It's yours again at sunrise.
I strongly advise you against this transaction. It is dangerous and foolish and unwise.
Religious toleration is foolish.
This is not a matter of toleration.
I think he feels like something's not quite right. Because
The
everyone's being
Declaration of
given
Principles
comets.
of the Alliance. You are familiar with it, I trust.
I wrote it.
It states that religious belief shall be sacrosanct.
Captain, I repeat, you do not know what you are doing.
Now, you understand that there is only one comet in the Mercurius solar system, and it signals the Day of the Dead.
Oh.
The comet represents death to all Brikiri, and the line that we make here shows us Brikiri territory.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the comet?
Fascinating. So my quarters are on the Brikiri side of the corridor.
What's this thing that this dude's got? Is it like for incense or something? Oh no. Oh, okay. He's painted a comet on his head. Oh. I wonder why it's been drawn on an angle though. Oh god, is Linnea in there? There he is. Look at that little bit at the bottom. Yeah, not the top story, I'm afraid. Oh, we don't see Cohen much anymore. It makes me sad. He was always around when Susan was about.
My quarters are within the Brikiri territory. Therefore, I would like to sleep here tonight.
Oh, God. Well, Jakar bailed, didn't he, so... He's not noticed.
Hello, Londo.
Shit.
I came back.
Adira?
Oh, shit. I just had a thought.
All right, who's ever in there, come out with your hands up.
It'd be easy if you came in with me, Michael.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Like that.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
got a robe, kitty?
Can't be.
Sheridan, then.
Sorry, that location is out of range.
Who?
Lizzie? Is that you? Where is this place?
Who are you?
Zoe?
There seems to be a slight problem, sir. It's kind of hard to explain.
And it's not
We seem to be
Jakar
missing
sleeping
a
there.
piece of the station. We can't reach it. We can't communicate with it.
Oh.
That piece is almost a square mile across. You can't just lose something that big.
The lines
I
that were
agree.
drawn. And
But it's
Lockley's
still
communicator, she couldn't get through.
Have you spoken to Captain Lockley about this?
Captain Lockley's quarters are within the zone, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John's like, oh shit, there's a red fuzzy wall in the corridor. How do we break through it though? That is a tiny fire extinguisher. If someone threw that back at him, that was a really good shot. I genuinely thought it was going to hit him in the head. Oh.
Good evening, Ranger Linnea.
I know you.
Why?
When I was alive, I was known as Mr. Morton.
Why?
It's always nice to be recognized.
Go away.
Ooh, sorry, it doesn't work like that. You raised a ghost, now you have to listen to what he tells you.
Until morning.
Really? Do you know how long she sold them that area for?
The night.
No, sir. Check her log. She'll have noted all the details. Get me the Brikiri homeworld.
Locate all backup and emergency systems currently active.
Protected routine.
Oh.
Passcode requested.
Does she have one?
Captain Elizabeth Lockley. Passcode 2 words. Zoe's dead.
Mr. Garibaldi, I need to be put through to CNC. You'll need to route the call via Proxima using a tachyon relay.
You want me to hack from Babcom into Stellacom and back from my quarters?
Or to recommend someone else more competent than you are, currently within Brikiri bounds.
You must be kidding.
Nope.
You have 1/2 hour.
Yes.
Sir, there's a call coming in for you on external relay. It's Captain Lockley.
Where are you calling from?
The station.
My quarters, sir. Mr. Garibaldi patched into Stellarcom. Right now, I'm talking to you from 2 levels up and 27 light years away. I'm pretty sure the situation will sort itself out at planetary sunrise when the area ceases to be Brachyri space.
Yes.
Well, that's what the authorities on the Brachyri homeworld assured me.
Well,
Time to go.
time's nearly up. When you remember me, Lanier, think of me as a brief electromagnetic anomaly who told you some true things for your own good.
And that's the message I was given. So who's this Sheridan guy? It doesn't matter.
Wait, what message? What now? What?
So did you get married?
Married?
Divorced.
Actually, to that Sheridan guy.
Captain, what do you think happened last night? Did you have any of these ghostly encounters?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to tell me about it?
Probably not.
With all due respect, sir, it was intensely personal. I have a message for you. It's from someone named Kosh.
What's the message?
When the long night comes, return to the end of the beginning.
Oh, thank you, Captain. That'll be all.
This was probably one of the most interesting episodes we've had in a while. I was a little bit confused at first with these like two guys that arrived because I recognized the name when it came up, like the people who played them, but I don't think they're really a thing over here, like in the UK. So like I was a bit confused as to like what was happening with these guys. But as the story went on, they kind of reminded me a lot of like Laurel and Hardy, and there was like obviously with the hat and everything, little bits of Chaplin thrown in there. And then I saw the writing credit and I thought, holy hell, this is going to be mental, because it was going to be mental. There was no other way around it, really. But it was interesting that we did have this festival where some of the crew, some of the characters saw people who had passed away, and it was interesting to see the four that did see people, because when it was Londo and he was wanting to talk to the first emperor but it ended up being Adira, I was like, holy shit, like that's insane. Then I started to panic because I was thinking, what if Linnea is within this zone? And he was in that zone, and I just started thinking, holy shit, he joined the Rangers because of the loss of Marcus. If Marcus turned up, I genuinely probably would have just broke. And then obviously we got that shot of Michael asleep, and then what sounded like the shower coming on, and that nearly killed me a little bit, because I was like, oh my god, what if this is Talia? Because I think all of the people that had a visitation, I think, were all people that felt guilt for the death of somebody else. And so with Londo, it was Adira. With Linnea, I thought it was going to be Marcus, but it wasn't. It was Morden. So that one didn't really fit for me. And I was a bit confused as to why it was Morden, because why would Linnea feel guilt over Morden's death? But it seemed Morden for him was more of like a messenger or a prophet, as he called himself. And he was talking about how he would just give people kind of what he thought they wanted, which leads back to the question he would always ask everybody. But then for him to say that at some point Linnea was going to betray the Anla Shock, I was a bit like, holy shit, that's a worrying thing if this modern apparition is on the right lines there. And then obviously we had Michael, and I do think Michael probably does feel some guilt toward what happened to Talia, but it was a surprise to see that it was Dodger. And we saw in Gropos when Dodger did die, and Michael was kind of like broken by that. So that was an interesting one for him to experience. And then we got Lockley, and it was interesting. I think it was maybe Lockley's friend, and she's obviously possibly had an addiction, and that's what killed her. And she was given a message about this Sheridan, and I was a bit like, right, okay, that didn't really make any sense to me. But then for Lockley to then say to Sheridan that the message was from Kosh, what the actual hell? And now John has to go back to the beginning or something like that, I think it was. I'm going to have to rewatch that so I can write down what the message actually was, because I think I was just so taken aback by it. I was like, oh, like bloody hell. I genuinely believe though, because obviously if Lockley wasn't here and we had Susan, and Susan was in that position, we may have saw Susan with her dad, we may have saw Susan with her brother possibly, or it could have been Talia again. So I would have just, a part of me really wishes one of them did see Talia, but at the same time, I don't think I'd have coped. So going forward, obviously now there's this looming prophecy for both John and Linnea. And I'm worried because the one person that they have in common is Delenn. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm a little bit scared, if I'm being honest. I may have to go watch the next one, and I will see you guys later. So thank you.